So now we're on to the next Denton unit, which is the this guy here. I'm gonna have to go out to the shed. I think you can hear the governor's angry out there. Hopefully that clears out with fresh gas in time. Putting any more time into that isn't worth it for me. Story with this guy is that it starts, he needs to get it to start, but he can't keep it running, is what he said. Yikes. Boy, that looks really clean, doesn't it? Really looks like anything can run through this guy. That's what happens when you buy equipment and just let it sit. You can't let this stuff sit. So yeah, there are some screws in there. What was that rolling around? There's something on. Spitting carrying on, isn't it? Then whatever gas you use at home, if it's not fresh gas, don't use it. Now, he said he was spraying chooch juice in this too. So the bad thing about that is these guys require some cylinder lubrication, and I don't know what kind of chooch juice he was using to try to get this to run. Recommend Steel and Echo versus these guys here, but that's just my opinion. These guys, it's not that they're bad, it's just it's not a Steel, it's not an Echo. Some guys will say even Husqvarna, but we won't talk about that. I'm not a Husqvarna fan. Brake on. The little holes inside the ventries get blocked up with that gummed up gas, and instead of spending an hour and a half pulling that apart, it's easier to go ahead and mean, it's turning, but it's not really turning. I'm looking to make sure there's oil in this, I guess. Yeah, not a bar lube. Alright, we're almost there with that. That thing's going to take a little while till it clears out, that's for sure, but it'll mow. It'll mow. It's, I would like to find my hearing protection though. So hang on here. Alright, yep. Hearing protection. Bought 2 sets of these off of Scamazon. Best investment. Really is. Alright, so. Uh-oh. So. Let's see if. Alright, so. I eat biscuit. What did I do? Shut it off too in addition to that? Can't get in the small hole. Ha ha ha. There it is. gasket. Chunky, that was weird. That could be a little bit of, oh my God, what the hell? The hell is that? I know it's oil, but holy crap. It's like water and oil. Where the hell is this thing laying at? Good gravy. Whoa. Be fighting a little bit of bad gas in that too, so but Hopefully it's that easy to start when it's cold. That's usually when people use it, but you have to remember that carbureted equipment, you know, some of those who are much older than me, they remember having to adjust their carburetors on their vehicles if they went up in higher altitudes or if the weather was colder and stuff like that. So barometric pressure has a little bit to do with some of these pieces of equipment. Clean gas, chainsaws aren't so much, you know, they don't, you know, you do have to adjust them, I guess, at some point or another, obviously, as you saw here. It's nice that they still allow you to do that. And we'll put his air cover back on his Honda. I think we can say we got that straightened out. And I got his chainsaw straightened out. A little bit of a bog in there, but I think he'll be all right. He'll cut through some wood with that. And we'll take the time to tighten up that chain a little bit too. I know I have the proper tool for this somewhere. We'll get a socket, I guess. Look how greasy that is. Biscuits and gravy. Holy shnikes. That oiler is definitely important. Somewhere you'd think I'd have an adjuster around here. You biscuit. Going the right, nope, I was going the wrong way. I think. Can't tell. But, there you go. That might be a hair. Nah, that should be all right. Should be all right. Now I'm gonna get the Dawn dish soap out and spray down my oiled up garage here. Wanted to put epoxy down years ago and that never happened. So the long or the short, at least for the push mowers, some of the other equipment is, this is all bad gas. And that bad gas might be alright for your belly, but you know, you get a little upset too. But in the equipment, it's not very good. Well, not a bad saw. Looks like a brand new one. Wasn't even used that much. So happy Tuesday. Stay cool wherever you're at. And yeah.